Like joy came in the morning and the birds are singing sweeter sounds. Ooh, the sun set me free. If I just believe I am. Ooh, vision is key, so if you can see, you can rise above it. So when life is life and trouble's troubling, issues pile up, remember, my friend, that God is greater than our problems. When it feels like you can't make it through, just find your gratitude. Gratitude. Just find your gratitude. Gratitude.
Hey y'all, so today is December 25th, 2024, and we just came back in from riding around seeing what was open. Mostly everything closed, of course, but we came across this place called Sam's, and I think Oronde had got a burger from there at one point. They hadn't been open too long, but we hadn't really ate from there one night, and I haven't cooked yet. So it was brunch time, so it was like, well, lunch, breakfast, whatever, around that brunch time. Okay, so we decided to pick up something to eat before I cook for today. Okay, so not doing nothing special, nothing like I'm saying like cook our regular like meal for today. That's what I'm trying to say. So we decided to pick something up. Let me show y'all what we got. Alright y'all, so we got the family meal. I thought it was gonna be some nuggets, because y'all know how some of them places be doing. They be putting they be doing like them fish fillet nuggets, but we did get they do fish, chicken, and let me see, fish, chicken, and shrimp. And I can't do shrimp. Shrimp don't deal with me. It's giving me like a allergic reaction, some type of allergic reaction, only when I eat it. So I should be fine with having the fish. But we got the 12-piece fried fish, and it comes with 2 sides. But y'all, in the car, I looked when she gave it to us. I was like, wait a minute, 2 large size. Now this right here is supposed to be red beans and rice, okay? And then the other side was supposed to be coleslaw. Y'all look at this. I was like, okay, this how we doing it. So the coleslaw, I guess for 2 large sides, is 2 of these. Is what they call them, a large coleslaw. I'm like, wow. Okay. All right, and then it's just some sauces in there, so we're gonna make it do what it do. Get some bread and stuff, and this fish looked really good. It took forever, so I'm guessing that's what they was frying, because they said they was crazy. They were having crazy orders because, you know, today is Christmas Day, but I mean, I guess a lot of people doing the same thing. The ones that celebrate, they just looking for somewhere that's open, and they open, so they getting a lot of the orders because everything else is closed.
God is greater than our problems when it feels like it.
Hey y'all, so oh my goodness, the food was okay. The fish was excellent, but the hush puppies they was kind of weird. Like let's see, the coleslaw, no. It tasted like mayonnaise. The red beans and rice was okay, so it was good. It was all right for it to be, but yeah, I know how that go. All right y'all, so I hope everybody is having a great day, has had a great day by the time you watch this video. I know today was Christmas for those of you that celebrate. I don't celebrate Christmas for religious reasons. That's just kind of the way it is. Most of you just been following me, you know. I don't Oronde don't push me to it or anything like that. My religion and his religion is different, so it's just, you know, just how it is. So not knocking nobody that do, but I don't, but we still, you know, excuse me, had a relaxed day, just like a lot of y'all is probably having a relaxed day. You probably with your family and friends and stuff like that. And I wanted to just do a video you know, to just encourage. If it don't do nothing but encourage one person, why I look like my head is cut off from this? Probably is. If it don't do nothing but encourage, you know, one person that encourage their family or whatever the case may be. But we going into 2025, y'all. And I don't know how many of y'all is really paying attention to the stuff that's going on and the changes that's going to be coming in 2025. But while you have your family and your friends around, just have the talk with them, okay? And you probably, MGL, what's the talk? What's the talk? What's the talk? The talk is preparing. Being prepared. Now, I get it before you click off or whatnot. I don't want to hear that or whatnot. It's important. I cannot stress that enough. It's important. And I'm not saying have a whole room dedicated to, you know, extra food, this, that, and the other. I'm not saying that. If you got a store small, you know, it seems like sometimes I come off too harsh for people. But it's because I know the importance of preparing. So I'm gonna come off a little soft, you know, and it's not being mean or nothing like that. It's just who I am. I'm Mississippi. We very, very nice people from Mississippi, you know. It is just, things just come off a little harsh. Like we talk loud and stuff. Like Oronde, he from New York, and they get, you know, a lot of northerners like, why they always talking loud and all that? They mad. No, we're not mad. It's just how it comes off. And, you know, I don't want to come off like, oh, she's like yelling this to us now. But it's the importance of it. I know the importance of it. I have experienced the importance of stocking up and prepping, having something to fall back on. Even if you don't believe that nothing will go on when it comes to, you know, how the world is shaping up and stuff. You never know when you may lose your job, or you may get down where you can't go to work or something, and you need to fall back on you know, goods, like having food and stuff. You may not be able, your checks may not be the same. It's always good to prepare, no matter what you're preparing for. But I'm just gonna say, for my opinion, you know, once Oronde got out of the Marine Corps in 2014, he was in right at 15 years. Once he got out, transitioning was hard, and I have talked to y'all several times about that. It was very, very hard. He didn't start getting his VA until 2016, okay? There's something called separation pay they give you. Some of you know that when you're starting up and starting over, that money goes back really, really quick. But one thing that we did fall back on was, I was an extreme couponer, so there was a lot of toiletries and personal care products and like breakfast stuff, like cereal and stuff, that we did not have to buy for a minute while we try to get things together. There was a lot of moving. We did a lot of moving out of this place, that place, this, that. At one point we even became homeless, okay? Like literally homeless. So, and if it wasn't for the means of like veterans things and whatnot that helped us get on our feet, but it took some of the burden off with some of the things we was able to fall back on. And that can happen to anybody, okay? Anybody. I don't care if it seems like you got the perfect job ever. It can happen to anybody. Then you add the way of the world and the things that's going on. Things are being cut. I talked about being cut, different services and things like that. It's gonna make it even harder. Groceries and stuff is even harder. So while while most of you have gotten the holidays out the way, you have did your shopping and stuff that you want to do, now I want to encourage you to start putting money back. Put money back for hard time, but not really money. I kind of said that wrong. Start putting food and essential items back, because it may come to a point where you can have money and it don't serve you nothing, because there may not be goods. At least have something to fall back on for a couple of months in the case of an emergency situation or whatever you may encounter. At least have stuff to fall back on, because you never know. You never know. While you have your family and friends around, this will be a perfect time for you to talk to them about those things, okay? Talk to them about, especially the people in your household. You know, you got all this out the way. I think it's time for us to, you know, make sure that we are good in the case something happens. things, okay? Some things I have took notes of some things off the top of my head that you can start off with. Water. People don't understand how much water you use. You need a person, let me see, what is it? One person need a gallon of water a day, okay? That's per person in your household. Kids, depending on how old they are, don't need quite a gallon, but you can do your research on that and know how much a child for your age. But you need to prep, at least, even if the child is small, he won't be drinking no gallon of water a day, but just still keep in mind that it's a human, and just still prep accordingly with water. But then you got things like, if you gotta wash dishes, you want to keep things clean and stuff, you gotta use water for that. You gotta wash your clothes. Water is needed in so many different ways and stuff. Cleanliness and all that type of stuff. So water is very important, even more than just drinking. Also, we know food. We know some people have certain health issues, for as like diabetes, sodium issues, like that, you know, like things like high blood pressure. They can be affected by high blood pressure, or sodium can affect high blood pressure, however way you want to say it. But some people have those issues too, and you know, you can't be running around eating a whole lot of salt and stuff, or if you're a diabetic, eating a whole lot of sugar and stuff. You know, you need certain foods and stuff, and instead of just stocking up on anything, you need to stock up with what you need, okay? Having a lot of beans and rice, if you can have rice or whatnot, dry beans and stuff like that, powder goods, all that type of stuff, you will, you know, need. And I will be showing you how to do some of those things over on my other channel, Amazing Grace Garden Kitchen and Divine Treasures. If y'all ain't over there, go over there, because I have a lot of videos that's gonna come up and help you. Also, growing your own food, okay? So I just wanted to go ahead and say that. Also, another thing that I think is very, very important is lighting, okay? You don't want to be in the dark. You don't want to be in the dark. We use something that we stock up here. I have told y'all many times, we call them Ken lights. You may call them something else, but they are where like a glow stick, where you pop it and it light up, you shake it and then it lights up. We like those very, very much. And my advantage is the fact that Oronde has so many years in the Marine Corps. He knows different things that we can research and look up when it comes to things like that, like the Ken lights or whatnot. And then things like MREs and stuff like that is also good if you can get your hands on some of those. But that's not for lighting, that's more of a food purpose, but you get what I'm saying. But lighting, flashlights, make sure you have batteries for the flashlight, matches to light candles and stuff like that. Just lighting in general. And if you do candles and stuff, you got to be very, very careful, because you don't want to start a fire. Alright. Also, one more thing, and it's a lot more things, but these are the things that's right off the top of my head for somebody that's starting, is ways to start a fire. Okay, because you can start a fire on a grill. You can go get one of them $19.99 grills, and you can cook a lot of stuff on pots and pans and stuff like that. And you can cook like spaghetti and all that type of stuff on that grill. But you need a way to start a fire. Whether you go and get fire starters, whether you learn how to start a fire from scratch, make sure you have the tools you need for that. I have several of them that come in my bug out bags or whatnot. I forget what they call them, but it's like the two metal pieces like thing. I'll show y'all later, because I have them. I just cannot think about what it is called, but I have several of those. You know, you can take you can save lint from, some people save lint from their dryer and use that as a fire starter thing, but you got to make sure you have matches or a lighter or some type of way to, you know, have the fire. Some people use cotton balls and petroleum jelly. I'm not telling nobody to do that, or Vaseline if you want. I'm not telling nobody to do that, but there are some ways that people keep those things so they can start a fire. But a fire is something that's very, very needed in an emergency situation where there is no power or nothing like that. So it's things that you need to look into. Also, things like blankets, having extra blankets and stuff, or extra socks. When it started coming into spring, a lot of the winter stuff goes on sale. Very, very cheap in some areas, especially Walmart. When I worked at Walmart, some stuff from the summer to the fall, and from the winter to the spring, some stuff you can find like $1, okay, marked down for like $1. So very, very cheap. So you can find some things like that. And that's just a couple things that I just wanted to throw out there for the purposes of this video to let y'all know that, you know, those are some things that you need to be talking to your family about. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till something happens and then you out there with the chaos and all that. Now that you're with your family and probably gathering around all that, when everything calm down, just have that talk. Don't push it. If people still is not on board, I encourage you to get on board and do what you have to do for the best interest of the people in your home, and also people that you may have to help. Also, y'all, stocking up on different medications. If you know that you take certain medications, see if you can get extra refills. Refills, actually get on refill. Talk to your doctor about it. See if you can get that stuff. Cold medicines, pain medicines, things like that that you know that you take or whatnot. Get some a little bit at a time. If you got to do that a little bit at a time, I don't want to overwhelm nobody, because it seems like that's just really, I guess, discourage people or whatnot. And I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm trying to get you to get on the bandwagon of prepping, stocking up. There's nothing wrong with having something to fall back on for everything. If you don't have space, a lot of people say, I don't have space, I don't have space. Put stuff in a shoebox, in a bag. I done already told y'all now about going to Dollar Tree, getting those boxes. If you get the large, it's like 200 bucks. If you get the medium, it's like 200 bucks. I think extra large come with one, but they those big Ziploc bags that you can get, and you can put a lot of stuff in it and squish it down and zip it and put it under your bed. It's ways, okay? I told you how I am. I don't go with the more than you gotta have your house looking like this and you gotta look like that, you gotta have it like this and like that. If I gotta put a shelf in my living room with food and goods and stuff on it, that is just what I'm going to do, okay? I don't deal with people like this. I don't have people come to my house, but if I did, it still wouldn't be no shame in my game, okay? As long as I'm prepared at doing what I gotta do. But that's just me, and I understand people are different, okay? So yeah, so I just wanted to hint on that. Let me see if I'm missing anything. No, so, and you gotta understand, not only is people in other countries and stuff having issues or whatnot, but people right here in the U.S. is having issues. People are falling on hard times. People can only afford to pay their rent, and after paying their rent, they have nothing left. Even if they pay their bills, they are, you know, pretty much starving. You will be surprised of how many people go hungry every day, and you don't know if you will ever be put in that situation, okay? So preparing, because just say you struggle for 6 months, but if you got 6 months worth of things and the only thing you could do is pay your rent or whatnot, you got 6 months worth of food and essential items because you prepped ahead of time, okay? Do not sit back and say that'll never happen to me. I always talk about people get mad when I say wish your wife, but I'm telling the truth. People go and buy all these things for their eyes and stuff, and all these big hairdos and all that type of stuff, and some people probably can afford it. But what happens to if you get to that point where you cannot afford it and you ain't stocked up and you on it? So know your priorities, have your priorities in line. It's not me knocking nobody or nothing, but you got to make sure that you have the things that you need before you go out there. You know how they say, I don't know if this will go in, they say work harder so they can play harder, or so they work hard so they can play harder, or something like that. That can kind of go in that same line of you got to make sure you got everything. You got to make sure that you have things to fall back on, just like you make sure that rent and that car note is paid, okay? So you got, the next thing is going to be having food and essential items and stuff before you can go out there and buy all these things and do all these different things. Now if you got your stuff in order, like I always say, that's fine. If you want to, you know, go do that or whatnot, if you got the money, go do it, you know, live life, but make sure you have things in order and stuff, okay? And that's what I always tell you. Yes, I call them one show out because some people, let's be honest, some people just have them too long, okay? You know, ain't nothing wrong with having lashes and stuff like that, but some people just go, you know, down here, it too too long, okay? So yes, they start looking like that. Or if you going and you got to be in the latest outfits, the J's, the latest this, you got to have the latest Coach bag and what's that other, Michael Kors and all this other stuff, and you got to wear red bottoms and all this, and guys, you got to have all the change and the Rolexes and all this type of stuff, and the expensive shades and the grills and all this type of stuff, and you eat noodles and that's all you can afford. Priorities is wrong, okay? Priorities is wrong. It's not going to get you nowhere but being unprepared and not having what you need, and then going out trying to do drastic stuff because you are desperate. And that's why I'm trying to keep people from doing that. Do not do that. We got to get to the point where we got to try to help ourselves, okay? You want to pray, and then you want to help yourself. God ain't told nobody not to prepare. Even in the Bible, it tells you on several accounts, and I have went over some of those with y'all this year. It's several accounts where God have told people to prepare. Different illustrations and stuff like that. Stir it? Yeah. Different I'm sorry y'all, I'm cooking. Oronde is helping me cook. So different illustrations and stuff like that of you know, God telling you to prepare. God's not gonna come tap you on the shoulder and say, hey MGL, Tamika, you know you're supposed to be prepared, right? Yeah. No. We gotta think and know that ourselves, okay? So that's what I wanted to tell y'all. I wanted to encourage y'all to do that. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time that I upload a video. And I will see y'all in the next one if this God's will. Y'all please be safe. Love y'all. Bye.